The black helicopter crowd knows you.
Tyranny's always lurking just around the corner. They've been crazy, but now they're right.
Black helicopter crowd really knows.
The people are stupid and they're drunk. There'll be a revolution and they're going to lose. There are too many guns and too many people ready to fight them. I am a man of peace, but we have gangsters running this country. Criminals, gangsters.
We're normal. We see total criminal takeover, the death of freedom.
It is the most corrupt, degenerate, criminal government in American history. I'm trying to awaken people, but look at the morons around you. They're zombies.
You're listening to the WBHN-New Jersey podcast. And now here's your host.
Hello everyone and welcome to another edition of the WBHN podcast. I am your host, President Zen1, and this is episode number 104. For first-time listeners, the WBHN podcast, aka Black Helicopter News, is an independent media operation based out of New Jersey, broadcasting worldwide from our Jersey Shore Central Command Center, where we cover all of the bizarre and strange news that the mainstream media just won't. Sometimes, yes, we can be goofy and silly, sometimes geeky, and even once in a while a tad bit controversial. Occasionally we have guest interviews and long-form conversations. Every episode we are working on reaching a wider audience, building this platform up and evolving so that we can continue to entertain and inform a wider audience. So, share this podcast with family, friends, and loved ones. We're on all of the major platforms such as Stitcher, iTunes, and TuneIn Radio. Oh yeah, forgot to mention we're working on getting on Spotify as well. So I applied for that over a week ago. Still waiting on a response. We'll see what they say. Alright folks, we've got a jam-packed episode for you today. I've got a stack of news right now in front of me here at the news desk to get to. Here is just a few of the headlines, folks. Elon Musk offers to buy and then delete Facebook. Unsolved UFO case bewilders Houston investigator. If you've met aliens while on DMT, these scientists would like to hear from you. South Park creators to crowd. We're Republicans. Multiple witnesses report ghost plane sighting in England. Folks, all this and much more. Oh, actually, later on, we have a special report. NASA scientists found gigantic alien spacecraft hiding in Saturn's rings. What? Oh my gosh. Folks, we have so much to get to. We're even going to cover... Yeah, we got a lot to get to, folks. When you hear that fact sound, you know that means we're about to, I'm about to go tell this person off. And it means we're about to jump into our next segment. But first, before we get started, I just have a few quick announcements to make. So that little cross-promotion campaign with the Tribulation Saints podcast network that I mentioned, episode, I believe, 100 and 101, well, that has now led to a major cross-promotional campaign with a brand new startup internet radio station, 97.9 Powercast, your station for talk shows and podcasts, where we air new episodes every week. Here's just a short list of some of the shows on the station. Check it out. The Filmmakers Podcast, hosted by Giles Anderson, Dan Richardson, Andrew Roger, and Christian James. Every Tuesday they bring you a new episode and discussion on the craft of making films. On Fridays, you can check out the Smackdown show, hosted by Titan and Wild Bill, who discuss current events, politics, and much more. Also on Fridays, Cop and Crew, No Holds Barred morning show hosted by Eric Koppelman and company, bringing you the #1 morning show in Long Island. Mystic Mona hosts Psychic View on Sundays and takes calls from listeners who can ask her one specific question. Also on Sundays, Finally Alive Radio, hosted by Gary Aris, who discusses topics ranging from theology to psychology. Check us out online at powercast979.com and download the Powercast app for free in the Google Play Store. Also, the Twitch stream is up and running, as I keep mentioning, twitch.tv/RealPresidentZen1. I've been streaming Fortnite on PS4. The game is addictive, fun to watch, fun to play, so check it out. I'm usually playing an hour or two during the week at nights, and I'm usually playing a little bit more on the weekends. So follow the channel to get a notification when we go live. And finally, remember I mentioned I was moving the last episode on May 1st, so it's starting to sink in more. And not to get too personal, it's just wow, I'm thinking to myself, it's like I'm about to start a whole new chapter of my life that I don't even think I'm ready for. I just wanted to put that out there. Alright folks, that is gonna bring us into our next segment, local events. Don't go anywhere.
Here's what's happening in local events.
AwesomeCon, March 30th and April 1st, 2018 at the Walter E. Washington Convention Center in Washington, D.C. You can meet Ming Chen from AMC's Comic Book Men. He's a great guy. I've met him on multiple occasions. He is aware of the podcast. I don't know if he's listened, but he is definitely somebody that I would like to have on the podcast very soon. So go see the Q&A with Ming Chen if you're free and in the Washington, D.C. area. Okay, I'm getting a request to play Fortnite from Beast Mode. But you know what? I gotta do this podcast. Also in local events. Still sharing that office to record. Okay. You're done? Thank you. Join us for our annual Spring Fling Arts and Crafts Show on Saturday, May 5th from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. in Ocean Grove, New Jersey. Featuring music by the Joe Weimer Band from 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. and the Chuck Lambert Band from 1 p.m. to 4 p.m. Over 200 artists and crafters and a variety of eateries, all in the main business district of Ocean Grove. Enjoy a stroll through our beautiful historic town while welcoming spring and finding a few special items for you, your home, and your family. Join us. It's gonna be lit. Whiskey Wednesdays, Crown Royal Whiskeys, $7 drinks, $5 shots, $2 domestic drafts with shot purchase at Georgie's Bar, located at 5th Ave, Asbury Park. Just one of the coolest gay bars around. It's so lit. For more information, call 732-988-1220. And finally, the Glenn Jones radio program featuring X-Ray Burns, Sundays, 12 noon to 3 p.m. on 91.1 FM, WFMU, or listen online at WFMU.org. Folks, I know Glenn Jones, the host of that. He's in the Guinness Book. I got pictures with him. Been meaning to get him on the podcast for a couple years now, maybe this summer, but check out his radio show. If you're trying to find him, you find him in the Guinness Book. Great guy, big fan of his, good acquaintance I've met and became a friend over the years. Met him at the Silver Ball Museum back when I was working there in 2009. So we go back like two humps on a camel. Somebody get that phone. Alright folks, that's going to wrap up this segment. We'll be right back with the news. Stay with us.
Hello, Mr. Anderson. The NSA has noticed how much time you spend on conservative news sites. We have no choice but to consider you a domestic terrorist. Tired of your internet activity being monitored by Big Brother? Get VirtualShield.com, the world's easiest to use virtual private network. Browse the web anonymously, leaving pesky advertisers and spies in the dust. Get started today at VirtualShield.com. Take advantage of our free 30-day trial. VirtualShield.com. You have the right to remain private.
Are you looking for web hosting but don't know who to choose with so many choices out there? Well, you can't go wrong with Bluehost. Bluehost is a leading web solutions services provider. Since 2003, Bluehost has continually innovated new ways to deliver on their mission to empower people to fully harness the web. So sign up today. You get a free domain, free site builders, one-click WordPress install, and 24/7 support. And if you sign up now, you get a special introductory offer of $3.95 a month. To get started, go to bluehost.com/track/Black Helicopter News.
When news breaks in the tri-state area or the world, you will hear it here on WBHN New Jersey. You're listening to Black Helicopter News hosted by Andrew Robinson. Here's what's in the news.
Doom, 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 bitch, I'm blasting. Alright, folks, let's just jump into... Alright, we're back in the office with the people. Faxing at the wrong time, sir. Alright, folks, here's an interesting story. A lot of stuff going on lately on Facebook saying now there's this big data collection by them, data mining, actually. And we kind of already knew this, but now it's becoming more... It's resonating more now than ever because they're taking stuff like your average text to other people. So they're data mining and selling the information. That's very sinister. So here's an example. They're taking your average text that have nothing to do with Facebook. And you want to go see them, download your data from them and check it out. It's disturbing. No, but they got all the information, dude. It's crazy. How are you going to read private text? Everything. And the thing is, Facebook is still something that's now, it's like getting too big to fail. But, you know, not for nothing, Elon Musk just said, hey, he offered to buy it and then delete it. Now, maybe that's too much of an extreme position, but maybe, but who knows, maybe that's great. I think Elon Musk should buy Facebook and just delete the whole thing. End the problem. Now, obviously, another Facebook is going to pop up, though. Why isn't anyone building Facebooks that don't collect and steal information from you and sell it to others for a profit? I don't know, folks. Your guess is as good as mine, but check this out. I'm going to breeze through this real quick. You can check this out on the WBHN Podcast News Center on Facebook. Ironically, Edward Snowden, Facebook's a surveillance company rebranded as social media. That's a quote. This is scary, folks. This is on Zero Hedge. We all know Edward Snowden slammed Facebook, though, about this just last week. Facebook received reports from sources who they won't identify. I love how Facebook, I'm just going to go off on a quick side note, they can talk about sources that they won't identify. And even big medias, corporations can do that, right? But if somebody like President Zen1 at Black Helicopter News or Alex Jones at InfoWars, we can't. We have to identify our sources or we're somehow not credible. I'm just pointing that out, a little double standard hypocrisy. Back to the news. So, Facebook received reports which claimed that not all the data had been deleted, which led to the social media giant to delete Cambridge Analytica and parent company SCL's accounts. Look, he's just saying that this is surveillance companies with successful deception by rebranding themselves. You know, FBI, Facebook, and Instagram. Coincidence, huh? I don't know, folks. Julian Assange said in his book, Google had close ties with the powers that be, the deep state. So, yeah, Schmidt, who I talk about sometimes, I cannot stand Schmidt. Schmidt said, because Schmidt set up the ESF, which ushered in the sharing of information freely with Silicon Valley tech companies and the deep state. But Schmidt was controlling the operation. He was the ringmaster. I don't know, folks. But Edward Snowden said this: businesses that make money by collecting and selling detailed records of private lives were once plainly described as surveillance companies. Their rebranding as, quote, social media is the most successful deception. He tweeted that March 17, 2018. And one more thing, Kim.com had mentioned on social media's close ties to the government before tweeting in February, quote, unfortunately, all big U.S. internet companies are in bed with the deep state. Google, Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, etc. are all providing backdoors to your data. Look, folks, this goes on and on and on. If you're interested in reading this entire article, check it out on our Facebook page. All right. Also in the news, church leader mauled by lion after trying to prove God would intervene. Wow. In short, a Christian church leader tried to prove that the Lord would step forward and come to his rescue and save him recently when he went up against a lion. Because for those of you who don't know, there was a tale in the Bible about an individual actually was thrown into a ring with a lion to be mauled and to be savaged, but God had power over the animals, kind of like the Beastmaster. Well, I'm sorry. I'm not even trying to make a joke out of this. This guy was viciously attacked because, unfortunately, God did not step forward like he did in the story, the biblical story. So it happened once, but maybe because that person in the story was a very special person, and this guy was trying to copycat. God, I hope this man is alright. He said because he thought the Lord wanted him to do this. So you can't blame God for this. It was this man's free will. Okay, he went through emergency surgery and they stitched his wounds up. He was discharged later that same day. Okay, I'm glad that this man is okay. I really am. Oh, and where'd this take place? This took place in South Africa. The gentleman's name is Alec Nidawayne. Something like that. Glad that story, glad he survived. Let's go through a couple more stories. Okay. Ready, folks? I'll wait for somebody to get that phone. Hello? Hi, I'm doing a podcast right now. Can you call back later? I don't know, the man isn't at his desk that you're calling. Alright, thanks. Bye. Where was I, folks? Unsolved UFO case in Houston bewilders former police officer. This is on ABC13.com by Foti Kalergis. Fotai? I don't even know how to pronounce this person's name. Houston, the Mutual UFO Network in Houston reports about 80 suspected UFO sightings a year. That's not including ones that are seen but not reported. One top UFO expert, Fletcher Gray, explains why so many of these sightings aren't UFOs, but he also says there's one case he can't figure out. So, I'm looking at a picture of this now. It appears to be this oblong-looking double circle, pure white on the inside with golden radiating light after that. Then a reddish going into a slightly purplish hue is emanating from that cluster of light. And there's also a stream of light beaming downwards that is yellow on the top, and as it's getting closer to the earth, it's turning from orange to red. So this looks like some real stuff right here. Especially since not far from it, there seems to be the shape of another flying vessel that looked like a circle with a triangle of lights in the middle. It doesn't seem man-made. It seems almost like a flying disc. Okay. Boom. It's flickering as it moves through the night sky, quote, Gray says. He says if it was a true UFO, the light wouldn't be flickering. He thinks it's a type of aircraft or lantern. But I don't believe him. A lot of people don't believe him. He's paid, I'm sure, he's paid very well to say it's not really a flying object that's unknown. Anyway, so he shows us another reported sighting. This is taken from a building in downtown Houston. Is that a light? Is that light a UFO or something else? I don't know, but he's saying that's lens flare. He's full of shit, folks. I'm sorry for cursing. He's full of baloney. a lens flare. That, what I'm looking at right now, is a circular oval with almost like a triangle aspect to it as well. It's just an oddly shaped, almost a half a diamond, half a circle, golden white and yellow, radiating. And what on earth could it be? That's what I'm saying. What could it be? This thing is flying, unlike anything made by man. Alright, folks. I mean, this is legit. These are definitely something that is otherworldly, or at least beyond our technology capabilities as a civilization. Regardless. So basically this guy keeps saying it's airplanes, it's lens flares, it's this, it's that, lanterns. A lot of these just so happen to be spotted near airports. But here's the actual meat and potatoes. So this guy's saying one day he heard about a story that he couldn't debunk. This guy told him that he saw near the highway, it was an aircraft that defied gravity, and it spanned all the way to the tree line over there, he said. That's a quote. It spanned all the way to the tree line over there. While looking at that, basically what he described, this is like the size of a ship straight out of Independence Day. Only difference was it's not a circular ship. It's a V-shaped ship. So they did a digital representation of what it would look like, and it looked massive, and it was insane because it's huge. Now, the eyewitness told that man, Mr. Gray, who keeps saying everything's fake, he's telling him that he saw it hover, and then it disappeared. And here's a quote directly from our friend Mr. Gray, the skeptic. Quote, "I spent 27 years in law enforcement. I know when a person is lying, and I don't think he was." Folks, that is, when you have somebody that is such a skeptic, is coming forward and saying that this could be real. That's a big thing. That's a big thing. Now, there's just the eyewitness account, the word of someone saying that he saw that huge 2 football field long in diameter UFO, V-shaped UFO. And he was so convincing that this man, this skeptic, this lifetime skeptic, believes it. Because he said, quote, "They're seeking out and learning our planet, if that's the case. It could be something they are doing research with, something that has anti-gravity capabilities." So it is a UFO, basically, is me summarizing it for you. Also attached in this article are legit pictures released by the CIA, and they're showing traditional flying saucers from the 1960s that were captured in England. This is the real deal. We have to come to grips with this. There are UFOs. What do they look like? And why are there so many different ships? Does that mean there's different types of them? Different humanoid races? I really hate to jump out of the window right now, but yes, that's what it means, folks. I'll spell it out for you. We don't have exact proof yet, but if you are smart, you will just put it in your back pocket, this information I'm giving you. One day it will be revealed that there are dozens, if not hundreds, of alien species, humanoids, reptilians, gray aliens, etc. Hundreds of species of those, or alien races, that are visiting the Earth clandestinely, very secretly. They're watching us, hiding in the clouds, under cloaking devices, or just outrunning us, flying into the water to hide, flying into volcanoes to hide. These things can evade any man-made craft. Folks, this is insane. What do you think about this case? Is there some credibility to it? I totally believe this. Like, I don't need any more proof than what I just seen in this article and what I just explained to you, what I just expounded to you. Yeah, so if you want to check it out, it's on abc13.com and the WBHN Podcast News Center on Facebook. All right, folks, let's see if we can run through this. We're taking a long time.
Hi, my name's Johnny Slick, and I'm the host of the Straight Shot Radio podcast. With all the crazy health fads and fitness trends out there, it's hard to make sense of what's real and what's not. That's why each week I answer your health and fitness questions and interview doctors, coaches, trainers, athletes, and everyday gym goers to provide you with a no-nonsense approach to fitness knowledge. Straight Shot Radio is available on Podbean and iTunes, or you can check us out at straightshottraining.com.
Grammy Award winner and platinum recording artist, President Zen 1. His debut studio album, Philosopher's Stone, including the smash single, New World Order. President Zen 1, Philosopher's Stone, the digital album, available on iTunes, Amazon Music, Google Play, and cdbaby.com. Get your copy today.
Listening to Black Helicopter News hosted by Andrew Robinson. And now here's what's in supernatural, paranormal, and strange news.
All right, we all know DMT is a wonderful medicinal substance, and it can really help evolve consciousness, and this can help heal people's minds. This can help people become the best them they can be. Now, some people on DMT say they've met aliens, demons, and even elves. Now, it's common enough experience by most people that they talk about, that they report, that Johns Hopkins wants to know more. This is on motherboard.vice.com, written by Matthew Gault. Johns Hopkins, prestigious medical university. Yes? They want to know if you've ever taken dimethyltryptamine, aka DMT. They want to know, have you broken through reality and met benevolent machine elves that live in the center of the universe? Folks, I am completely serious. This is what Roland R. Griffins, a neuroscientist in charge of this study, this is like people smarter and more intelligent than you and me. This guy wants to know about the elves that live in the center of the universe. Sounds insane. But he is one of the forefront guys that do scientific research in psychedelic experiences. So he was having people filling out a survey, and he wanted to know about this. So I want to know from you folks in the comments, have you ever taken DMT? If so, what has your experience been like? Do you know about the elves that live in the center of the universe? South Park creators The Crowd, we're Republicans. This is on the Daily Wire. Now, South Park's always been that kind of show that was definitely calling out people from the left and right of the political spectrum. But regardless, according to the show's creators, Matt Stone and Trey Parker, they are actually Republicans, albeit of the libertarian variety. Yes! Libertarians, folks. Yes. I am also a libertarian. Andy Malafarina, host of The Dope Show, is also a libertarian. Shout out to him. Big victory. Now, it's completely possible that they are just trolling at a high level right here, but they could also be telling the truth. We've got time for one more news story. Multiple witnesses report ghost plane sighting in England. Folks, there's been quite a few people in an English county that came forward claiming to have seen a ghost plane flying through the sky earlier in the week. This happened about 6:45 in the evening over the country of Derbyshire this past Monday. A local newspaper, the Derby Telegraph, shared two separate reports from readers who said they spotted a dark, silent aircraft which looked to be from World War II, flying incredibly low to the ground. One witness said they were afraid it was going to crash because it's so low. Wow, somebody else claimed to see it from a totally different location in the country. Quote, the radio suddenly lost all signal and the sky just went dark. Really dark. Lindsay Taylor told the paper, quote, all of a sudden this huge old airplane flew straight over our heads, completely silent, and was heading for the ground and then disappeared. Folks. And then more people started to call in that newspaper telling them they also saw it. Dozens of people contacted the Telegraph with stories that were just like that. And this town, Derbyshire, does have a history of ghost plane stories, but this one's really odd because this one is a type of mass sighting because this is the largest group of people that have reported seeing this ghost plane from World War II, and they believe that a lot of these people are being truthful, because we're talking about people that look like managers of the Waffle House, of Rite Aid, of Walmart, managers of Quick Check. These are like really good, honest looking people. No, I know people think I'm joking when I say like these kind of honest people. Like, I've been in Walmart. I almost got in a fist fight with the manager, and they were telling me that like they take his word over mine. So obviously, the Walmart manager archetype is very legitimate, because they wouldn't let me beat the Walmart manager to the ground over 5 cents. Gonna definitely cut that out. I'm goofing. But no, here's the real question. So could they have seen an actual aerial apparition, ghost plane from World War II? Or is this something that was a misidentification that was turned into a mass hysteria? Let us know your take in the comments below, or get at me on Twitter at PresidentZen1. Stay with us.
Q&A.
Unfortunately, we don't have anything in the mailbag today, but do you have a question or comment for WBHN-NJ? Leave us a voicemail and it may get played on the air. Call 1-732-807-5574 to leave your message for us here at the podcast. We always look forward to comments, questions, and what have you from literally all over the world, and we enjoy hearing what you have to say. So give us a call at 1-732-807-5574. And call it, and don't be bashful. Give us a ringy ding. Don't feel shy to call in with your questions, comments. Call in with your ghost stories. Call in with your reports of UFO alien sightings and encounters. Or give us a clickety clack and leave a comment. Save this number in your cell phone. Once again, that's 1-732-807-5574.
Andrew Robinson here. At Armageddon Record Shop, we've partnered with eBay to expand our operation. My goal is to find the best deals on the highest quality products and give them to you at the lowest prices possible. The New World Order wants us dependent. We need to be self-sufficient. Visit us at ebay.com/USR/Armageddon Record Shop. Books, video games, clothing, and much more. New items every month. Armageddon Record Shop on eBay.
Pump up the volume and let the music play. President Zen1 with his new CD, Rorschach Test, featuring the smash single, Project Bluebeam. Rorschach Test, available on iTunes, CD Baby, Reverb Nation, and other fine music stores. You can buy my new CD, Rorschach Test, and Philosopher's Stone, both for only $9.99. Check us out on Armageddon Record Shop on eBay. I've got digital download cards of both EPs for sale, or just inbox us at zen1music@gmail.com. What are you waiting for?
You're listening to WBHN New Jersey, brought to you by the Armageddon Records Media Network, and made possible by viewers like you. This is a special report.
UFOs hiding in the rings of Saturn? Former NASA chief blows cover. This is in express.co.uk by Sean Martin. One of NASA's former top engineers claims there are alien spaceships hiding in Saturn's rings. This sensational claim was made by Dr. Norman Berggren, a well-respected engineer who held a position at NASA's Ames Research Center. He said that, quote, living alien UFO spaceships are using the rings of Saturn as a hiding spot, and that they're proliferating at an alarming rate. The former NASA employee previously said the amount of spaceships has reached critical levels that authorities should keep an eye on. He added the rings have become so compact with UFOs they're now starting to gather around the likes of Jupiter and Neptune. Prominent UFO hunter Scott C. Waring believes that Dr. Berggren has blown the lid on NASA's biggest secret. He wrote in his blog, quote, he says he has personally seen an increase of alien ship activity among the rings rings of Saturn over his career, something has to be done. Folks, if you're interested more in this story, be sure to check it out. It's also posted on the WBHN Podcast News Center on Facebook.
People should not be afraid of their governments. Governments should be afraid of their people. Responsible for the deaths of almost 100,000 people. You really want to know?
I am in charge.
Several party members have been murdered, Chief Inspector.
Interrupting your regularly scheduled program to bring you this terrifying report.
It was almost as if it were a planned implosion. It just pancaked.
Jane, what more can you tell us about the Salomon Brothers building and its collapse?
New York, very much a city still in chaos. The phones are not working properly. The subway lines are not working properly.
The sky now black with smoke in front of us. Just across the Tigris River here. This is shock and awe, Tom, for the population of Baghdad. Shock and awe, indeed.
The people you liberate will witness the honorable and decent spirit of the American military. Either you are with us or you are with the terrorists.
Come on.
It is a big idea, a new world order.
I love my dad. I'd kill for him. I'd go to prison for him because I love him so much.
I love Bill Clinton.
What does that make Hillary Clinton to the Bush family? My sister-in-law.
When you are subverting the power of government, that's a fundamentally dangerous thing to democracy.
What do you think of Edward Snowden?
I think he's a traitor.
Obama is the one that kills the U.S. troops if the Russians bomb any of them. Obama is the one that put them in harm's way. Obama is the one using them as human shields.
It is the most corrupt, degenerate, criminal government in American history.
I'm here to warn people. You keep telling me to shut up. This isn't a game.
Welcome to America, ISIS. This is what we do. Woo!
We got people that have taken your asses out in this building right now. We're armed to the teeth, and we're not scared. You got that, you sons of bitches?
In 2012, your agency was saying, quote, the Salafists, the Muslim Brotherhood, and Al-Qaeda in Iraq are the major forces driving the insurgents in Syria. In 2012, the U.S. was helping coordinate arms transfers to those same groups. Why did you not stop that?
Why didn't you come forward before? What were you waiting for?
Well, for you, Inspector. I needed you. I suddenly had this feeling that everything was connected. We're all part of it. Are we ready for it?
You're listening to Black Helicopter News.
And now, on a lighter note, here's what's making headlines in pop culture, comic book, and entertainment news.
Normally we cover a few different stories. This week I have one so big, it's a list, that it'll be the entire segment. So this week, in this segment, we'll be talking about Infinity War. Every character ranked by how likely they are to die. This is on CBR.com by Nicholas Friedman, posted just 4 hours ago. So in a few weeks, Avengers Infinity War will hit the big screen, and this is going to be a spectacular event for Marvel movie fans. I know, I'm looking forward to this. But now, rumors have it that some Avengers may not make it out of the film alive. And, you know, now people are starting to think about it. And they've put together, the fine folks at CBR.com, Nicholas Friedman has put together a great list ranked by how likely they are to die. Number 25, Thanos. Number 24, Black Panther. 23, Star-Lord. I would not like to see him die personally. Number 22 shares the spot. Rocket and Groot. Definitely do not want to see Rocket Raccoon die. Groot already died and cinemas showed that he cannot die. Number 21, Ant-Man. Number 20, Mantis. Number 19, Doctor Strange. Number 18, Drax. Drax the Destroyer, played by WWE superstar Batista. Number 17, War Machine. Number 16, Falcon. 15, Bucky Barnes. 14, Nick Fury. 13, Scarlet Witch. 12, Black Widow. 11, The Hulk. 10, The Black Order. 9, Gamora. 8, Spider-Man. 7, Hawkeye. 6, Thor. 5, Loki. 4, Iron Man. Folks, we are in the final 3 most likely to die on this list. Number 3, Nebula. Number 2, Vision. And number 1, Captain America. We could very well be seeing the death of the hero known as Captain America, which would shake the Marvel Universe to its very core. Well, there you have it, folks. That is going to wrap up Geek News. Who do you think is going to be the person to die in Avengers Infinity War? My money, I'm betting it's going to probably be Vision, because he has a soul gem on his forehead, and Thanos will need to take that in his possession to have the Infinity Gauntlet, and he needs that to survive. So, moving on.
And now, the presidential stamp of approval.
This week, I give my stamp of approval to Founders Solid Gold Premium Lager. Memorable quality, legendary taste since 1997. 4.4% ABV, 20 IBUs. Brewed and packaged by Founders Brewing Company, Grand Rapids, Michigan. I just had a can and I give it my stamp of approval. This is solid. Solid gold. Alright, that's going to wrap up this week's edition of the podcast. Thanks for tuning in for the WBHN podcast. I'm President Zen1 and have a great week. Signing off.
They said in October I'd be dead in 6 months. It's also what happens when you listen to the radio host, Alex Jones, who claims that 9/11 and the Oklahoma City bombings were inside jobs. He even said, and this really just is so disgusting, he even said the victims of the Sandy Hook massacre were child actors and no one was actually killed there. I don't know what happens in somebody's mind or how dark their heart must be to say things like that.